Good morning. Hey, remember me? I know it's been a couple of weeks, but it's great to see you guys again. And here we go. Normally, I would be standing and doing all my things with my gestures and everything else. But because this will be our very last video, I decided to just go ahead and sit down. First off, for those of you who haven't gotten your speech back yet, they are coming. There's not many left that I have to get to. I know I'm a little behind on grading those speeches. I'm usually not. But this happens to be very peculiar times, very different times. So I will definitely get back to get your speeches back as soon as possible. Okay? But, you know, one of the reasons why we've been going for a couple weeks is, you know, number one, just like after the informative speech, I didn't realize when we got to Thanksgiving or right before Thanksgiving, boy, we got everything done. You know, we've really been cooking here, and a lot of you have been right with me the entire time, every assignment completed, and I realized we got a lot of time before the end of the semester, and we don't have anything left, or, you know, one assignment left. So I'm like, well, what am I going to rush this for? Especially if you have either jobs that you're working at or, you know, different assignments for other classes that you're doing, or if you happen to be caring for someone, especially as some of you have told me, you know, you're caring for a loved one who does have COVID. You know, let me give you a little break. Why not? Hey, we got the time. I'm not going to rush things or ram them down. And even still, we're going to have a good amount of time to complete this last assignment. So there was no sense of, like, urgency for me. Oh, I got to get something out and get it to him quick and blah, 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 blah. The only thing that, you know, I wanted to make sure to calm your concerns. You know, a lot of you are emailing me. He's like, did I miss an assignment? You didn't say anything. Or I didn't get a video this week. Did we have an assignment? No, you didn't. Unless you see this beautiful face here, all right, there were no assignments. But, of course, you're going to get one here in the next couple of minutes. So no excuses for those who haven't gotten their speech back yet, but I will say this, and again, no excuses. And I'm going to go ahead and take my hat off. Normally I don't because I got bad COVID hair, especially I got bad COVID eyebrows. My God. One thing I can't stand about getting older, okay? Some things stop growing, some things don't stop growing. I don't remember when I was 21 years old, my eyebrows growing as fast as they do. My God, my eyebrows grow quicker than anything. Ugh. But I shouldn't complain. At least I do have a full head of hair at 55 years old, so I shouldn't complain. But one of the reasons, and again, it's no excuse for why a lot of you haven't gotten your speech back yet. Well, not a lot of you, but some of you. Is the fact that come January 1st, I do become the chair of the communication department at Bergen, which I don't know if you should congratulate me or not. I'm really taking it out of the fact that we haven't really had a department chair for a while, and the dean has been covering. But our dean is also the dean of another division also. He's been covering for that absence too. So I should take some of the burden off the guy as one of the senior members of communication. But the problem is I have to now take over as chair of the department virtually, which as you all know, you know, especially those of you who came to the WebEx meetings. I cannot stand this virtual crap. So I have to, like, learn about being a department chair through WebEx meetings. I don't have hands-on anything. I can't get into the office with the secretary, go over what it is I need to do. It has just been crazy trying to, you know, be or become a department chair. You know, scheduling. What scheduling? I don't have my schedules in front of me. And then my dean tells me we may not even have an on-campus face-to-face meeting until like March at the earliest. So, no excuses. You're going to get your speeches back very soon. All right. But let's go ahead and talk about your final assignment. All right. Now, interpersonal communication, which is the final part of your semester. Interpersonal is... Now, your textbook talks about it between 2 or more people, but I used to teach a course just in interpersonal, and I like to keep it as just one-on-one communication. And that's communication between you and another person. And ensuring that that communication is always effective so that you're able to maintain a positive interpersonal relationship. Now, positive interpersonal communication relationships, they can happen with all kinds of people. It could be your significant other. It could be another type of loved one or close friend or something like that. Or it could even be, for example, if you work somewhere, okay, maybe a small company, and 3 days a week the same UPS guy comes in to deliver packages to your company, and you're the one that signs out for it. Well, usually after a couple weeks or a couple months, if it's the same person 2 or 3 times a week, you start to communicate a little bit more. You'll talk a little bit more who you are. You'll learn a little bit more about who they are. Okay? And you want to keep that positive in order to keep it effective, because if you don't have it positive and it goes negative, then all of a sudden this person comes in, drops the package off, leaves, and you realize the package is damaged. Now, that sounds a little petty, but, sometimes that's what real people is. Real people can be like that. So, yeah, you want to keep those positive, effective interpersonal relationships. Now, as you heard, one of the things that I talked about was, as you would see this person over weeks and months, you would end up talking more. What you would end up starting to do is, as you get into this effective, or grow into this effective communicative relationship, this interpersonal relationship, you're going to now start revealing more about who you are, revealing things about yourself that otherwise wouldn't be known by that other person. And we do this in all our relationships, whether it's a significant other, close friends, even colleagues that you teach with or that you work with. And what that's called, it's called self-disclosure. Now, self-disclosure is when you willingly reveal information about yourself that otherwise wouldn't be known by that other person. Okay? And as our relationships grow and are effective, we end up revealing more about who we are. And we hope that the same thing happens from the other person. But sometimes, we willingly reveal it and we know we're revealing it about ourselves. But sometimes we reveal information about ourselves through maybe our communicative words or even our communicative actions. We can communicate something about ourselves that we didn't even know about ourselves. Now, to give you some perspective on that, if you're looking at like page 202 and 203, you'll see that little graph there. Something that a lot of you have seen in other classes, maybe a psychology class or something. And it's called the Johari window. Okay? And it talks about, things about that you know about yourself but not known to others and that kind of thing. And you've seen the window before, and you see it right there in your textbook. And it's interesting how you work with a relationship and how you self-disclose things about yourself, or whether it's willingly or unwillingly disclosing it about yourself, that can then either help or hurt the interpersonal relationship that you have with another person. So now, to give you some perspective, here's your final assignment. As you can see from the assignment sheet, okay, there's this very cute movie I found several years ago. I think it's a great film. And you get it for free with ads, but you get it for free on YouTube, okay? So what I want you to do is follow the directions on the assignment sheet. I want you to watch the movie, and either while the movie's going or after the movie's over, I then want you to answer the questions that I have listed. Now, your paper should be about a page and a half to 2 pages, and your assignment needs to be emailed back to me by Thursday, December 17th at 8 p.m. What that'll do, that'll give me plenty of time, get all your papers, grade them, tabulate your final grades, and have your final grades back to you by the time the semester would end on December 21st. All right? So go ahead, get to YouTube. I would suggest you watch it with somebody. It's a fun movie. It's a really cute movie. And I think you'll like it. So, with that said, I just want to say to everybody, it has been a pleasure. I've done full semesters in the summer, but this was my first full regular semester. And there are some of you who have been just terrific. All of you have been great. Some of you have just been really cool. I just so miss being in a classroom, having that interaction with you on a regular basis. Hopefully one day, they open the school back up again. And if you find the communication department, find the chair of the communication department when my office hours are, and then come in and say hi. because I would love to meet you in person, because so many of you are such dynamite people. And I'm so glad to be able to get to know you and to get to watch your speeches, your informative, your persuasive, even your introductory speech about your favorite or worst vacation. All right? So get those papers in, watch that movie. It's a cute movie. And have a dynamite holiday season, people. Take care.